I'm getting sick of this running.
Me too, man.
Yeah, we need to get a car.
How about that? You're negative. If you put it on by itself, you're not gonna see any sparks. Nothing crazy. You're gonna want to get it seated on there, nice and tight. You're positive. If it's a good battery, you're gonna see sparks come off it. We got a pretty bad battery, so we're gonna try and jump it and save our lives from inevitable doom.
Looks like a good place to pull over.
Let's do it. Gotta bed down for the night. Hey guys, I'm Tony.
And I'm Cory.
And today we're going to be teaching you guys about how setting up and fortifying a campsite during the zombie apocalypse.
In today's video, we're going to set up a tent, we're going to clear our campsite out, and then we're going to make sure that nobody enters our campsite because we're going to put an alarm system up.
And don't forget a safe fire circle so we can stay warm.
And we're going to make an attempt to try to get some water in this video as well. All right. Well, the first thing we should do is check out this car that we found and see if we got any useful supplies in it.
Maybe a tarp.
Maybe a tarp.
That'd be awesome if there's a tarp here. Do a little port.
I'll check the trunk.
You got the trunk?
Yep.
All right. I got some 550 cord. That's handy.
Key. There's a trunk full of trash.
I have a lot of cans. You think the previous owner was a bit of a recycler?
Samesies. All right. Well,
That might be handy.
we might be able to make a system out of that.
Got some 550 cord with it.
Oh, and you know, I was thinking we could use some of these buildings, but they look pretty leaky. I think it's got a
Sketch.
thunderstorm today.
Yeah,
We got this.
that's a tent.
It's a
All
tent. All right. So I think the first thing that we're gonna do is we should probably secure the perimeter.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking what we could do is we got all these noisy, clinky clans. Now we don't want to make a whole bunch of noise because we don't want to attract zombies, but we want to know if a zombie enters our premises. So,
Or a dangerous wild animal.
or a dangerous wild animal. So I think we're gonna look at a perimeter here. We can use that cord, string it up, and tie a bunch of cans to it.
Yeah, make a rattle line.
All right. Well, let's get started.
All right, so the first thing we want to do to make the security system for our campsite, some people call it a rattle line or a trip line. All right, it's a rattle line because we're going to put these cans on it and we're going to space them out perfectly so that if someone were to bump it, they're going to bang together, make some noise, wake us up so that we know something's coming, whether it be a wild animal or a vicious brain-eating zombie. So the first thing we're going to want to do is you're going to take your cans, you're going to want to pop the pop tab up straight as you can. But you don't want to break it off because that's what it's going to hang off of on our line. And you're going to take your cord, whatever that might be. We were lucky when we found some 550 cord inside the car, the abandoned car. You can use shoelaces, string, or just whatever you got. Knot it together. Okay. Then you're going to feed it on to get them to where you want them on the line. And for this one, we're just going to tie it off so that these aren't going to go anywhere. You don't want them to slide. Okay.
action.
All right, got them all tied on there. We're all happy, hunky-dory. So the idea here is, you notice you don't need all the cans the whole length through, but you got a bunch of cans, so when something bumps it and gets stuck on it, it's gonna make some noise and wake us up. Oh no, a zombie!
Now we've got our security system lined up, we want to have a place where we're going to get out of this weather. Again, these buildings around here are pretty leaky, and I think just kind of the tent is the better option. So the first thing that you want to do when setting up a tent is you want to find a nice level area free of rocks and pokey things, because you don't want to damage the bottom of your tent. This is relatively free of sticks and pokey things because it's grass. So the first thing you want to do is open up your tent and take out all the parts. Now, it's good if you have a tent, you have the picture on the front. That really helps. Then you know what it's supposed to look like when you put it up. And we're just going to unroll it here. And it is a good idea if you have an extra tarp to put that down as a ground cloth, and it keeps you more off the ground and protects the bottom of your tent, but I don't think we have one. But this is a pretty hefty footprint for this tent. So in this tent we have a tent with a rain fly. Usually when you have a dome, this part right here, there's a cross, so there's two long poles, and it looks like we have a short pole that goes for this part of the dome, a short pole that goes for that dome, and the same thing on the other side. So we should have 6 poles, 2 long ones, 4 little ones.
I concur.
This looks like to be an end one. This is an end one. This is an end one. I think this is a long one.
Yeah.
One long one. Two long ones. Just fast forward this part.
Oh, heck yeah.
And one. And another end one. Okay. So, do you want to start with the big ones?
Well, let's start. What if we did? Yeah.
The big corners.
Yeah.
So I would assume that you're never forcing any of the parts. If you have to put pressure or force anything in a tent, probably means that that part doesn't go there. Otherwise, you're going to crack your poles, and it's no good. So I think that these long ones, Tony. Mm-hmm. So I think like the long one is going to go to the next one down.
This one?
Yeah. And it's going to go like that. Does that seem like it's going to be too? No. Oh, there you go.
Got it?
Yep. Oh, no.
Yeah, that one.
Cool.
These will come up. Oh.
What? You think
Sure,
it
that's what
goes
they-
all the way to the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, all the way corner it.
Usually there's a slot or a... Oh, wait. Okay, I see.
There's no,
Yeah, no, I think it goes into a little nylon guy. And that those are staking points. I could be wrong.
yeah, there's no way that tent goes. That's, no tent would ever do that.
Yeah.
does it go?
Oh, you know what I think happens?
The main structure up for our sturdy tent out here in the woods to spend the night. We got to put on a rain fly, all right, so we can block out any rain that might pass through tonight. Since there's been a lot of thunderstorms, I think it's the best decision. You agree? All right. So we're going to unfold this.
Find the door. Always find the door. I think I've found
I think you found the door.
the door. Okay, up and over, yep.
Up and over.
In order to put the fly on, we have to stake the tent down. And if you don't have stakes, you can use sharpened sticks, things like that. But this tent actually comes with its own stakes. And there's a lot of them. And this ground is gravel. To this episode of Cribs, the Zombie Apocalypse Edition. And part of the tent. This is where I sleep. This is where I do all my dreaming about the days the zombie apocalypse are gonna be over. And then my friend Tony, his spot is over there. And he sits there and thinks about the day that zombie apocalypse will end, so he could go to like Subway or something. And yeah, I have a roof. I have another door here, so if like zombies come in, I have my own exit. I can go right out of there. And then there's another one over at Tony's side. Yeah, and you know, we got features here like these sick pockets that you could put your stuff in, like your zombie weapons and your flashlights and things like that. So the next thing that we're gonna show you how to do is, we got a little bit of food that we need to cook, so we're gonna need to build a fire. We're gonna have to build a pretty...
Hey, Corey. I think we need to find some water.
Yeah,
Down. What?
I'm getting pretty thirsty.
Yeah. Me too. It's hot and humid. I think there's an old spring well down here.
Yeah, I think I saw that on the way when we were setting up the tent. Let's go check it out.
Go see if we can find it.
Here's something in the well.
What could be down there?